The timing of what happened yesterday, and then when she called Babis and myself for the FOIA request, I don't know about this.
Well, if we can redact everything, why don't we just redact everything?
Yeah, I mean, you can
Right?
also limit the portions that you give her as well to whatever's relevant to the request.
God,
She
Tim, I
basically is
fucking love you.
asking for she's basically asking for everything over the last 45 days.
The Rangers, right, Eve?
Yeah, she
She's
she's right
standing
there.
right there.
Sorry, I didn't want to get bombarded with like a whole bunch of BS from other people, or
You're
try and
good.
have
It's okay.
Angel barge in after yesterday.
That's honestly a good idea. To have it here.
If the one of the Rangers knows I'm taking over their place, but
This place up here is actually kind of cozy.
it is. Well, I live like right there, so it's really nice for me to come over and just use the ATM over here.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll let one of you guys sit at the big seat. Or we can
All
all
right,
just
so
sit
what's
around
going
here.
down? This is
Okay.
Tim, legal. Nancy, she's pretty much run Cerberus. They're just gonna be listening in.
I know Nancy.
Yeah. Also, technically a mayor advisor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I did do a petty thing yesterday. I'm gonna say that ahead of time. Probably rushed the gun there, but there was a reason. But when we all talked about bringing all accounts down to 2 million, right? We were all there. Bass agreed, you agreed, I agreed, right? So we could do a nice little reset on PD. I wasn't able to talk to Angel at all this week to give her the heads up, or last week. And I also hadn't ran across her. So I went and called her yesterday to kind of be like, hey, just so you know, like, this is what happened. And as I was trying to explain, she started crying about how she's missing 19 million and I need to transfer the 19 million. And I was like, okay, well, if you want to go ahead and say what you need it for, well, I need it for a $10 million bounty on the Puppet Master. And we need the money for if there's a street racing car that becomes available so we can buy it off of the street immediately so racers can't buy it. Yes. And I said, okay, well, those aren't things that you need right now. You know, have you caught the Puppet Master? I said, we're resetting everything. So she complained. And as I was
Guys, this is
trying to
NRP.
explain
You
kind
get
of
out
the
of hand,
reset
you
to
will be
everything,
banned.
she
It'll be a
decided to hang up
fucking
on me.
moron.
So I didn't even get a chance to. She's the only person who really pushed back on it. So I went and transferred 1.5 million from SRU to the commissioner's account, leaving them with 500,000, and put in there that until she wants to act like an adult and have a conversation with me and apologize, that their account balance is now 500K.
Yeesh.
I mean, here's the thing. I will make sure that people have the money to run it. So I then sent her a text message, and I said, hey, let me know what you need right now for what is back due, just in case there was bounties or asset fees or something like that. And I will get that remaining transferred. To which she said, hold on. She spoke with Bass, who informed me the money should be returned. I'll be waiting to speak with him going forward. Thank you for your concern.
Yeah, so this is a classic problem in the PD where they just refuse to respect the chain of command if it's not people they probably know or trust. This is classic PD shit.
But correct me if I'm wrong, there's no certifications at the moment, so SIU shouldn't be a thing right now.
It's just Angel. But like I think they have asset fees, which car asset fees aren't due for another week, I believe. Not only that, I did email Bass and I was like, hey, we need to talk about Angel. And he was like, if it's about the SRMU money, you need to return it because that's from the Senate.
Yeah, but that's a really weak excuse.
But here's the other thing is I can't remember when. I remember this after we got off the phone and I went to sleep. About 4 or 5 months ago when Mickey was still in office, I was waiting for a PD budget and I was at the courthouse. and she ran by mentioning that she just got 30 million from Mickey. Didn't mention the Senate or anything like that. I can actually pull the SRU records and see, and I'm going to do that today and go through everything. But I'm verifying. I refuse to give the money back, and I'm going to be honest. If she wants to play the game of getting her money back, I'll transfer it, but I'm going to remove her from being a part of the businesses or the PD that gets taken care of by me with the commissioner's office. And I'll leave it up to her to have the argument with the mayor's office every month. And I'll make it very clear that the money that she is wanting is to remove street race cars off of the street so racers can't buy it, which is exactly the words that came out of her mouth to me yesterday. And I don't think that's something that should be paid by the state.
Yeah, the state is not going to fund something like that. The bigger problem here is people need to respect that you are managing the budget, and this excuse for the Senate approved the money, so you have to pay it is really weak because this happened under somebody else's term, under the mayor's term, and since then the money has not been spent. Reallocating budget that the state is managing is a very real thing that we can do.
Yeah.
Now the problem
Bass
is how
is telling me to return this though. So I'm at this point where I just pulled that big move and he wants me to return it. I asked him to let it stew, but he's saying that it was a Senate thing.
Bass around right now? I'll go speak to him right now.
I spoke to
don't
Alex,
think he is.
and I spoke to Alex, and she is not aware that it was ever a Senate thing, and bounties is very much a Mickey thing.
Yeah. Like this is 100%. I could be wrong. I mean, I could ask Mickey if he,
I want to
really
make sure,
to
like, because if I do want to verify that, because if it is a Senate thing, I don't mind returning that and just removing SRU from the PD budget if they want to go and be petty like that. Again, I don't think she realizes that I'm a very nice person, very understanding when it comes to stuff. But if you want to be a bitch to me and hang up without listening to my explanation, I will turn petty season on, and I will make it work longer in the long run than I will in the short run. The short run you may win, but the long run I will win.
I mean, that's a good attitude to have. Like I said, it's classic PD. I don't know why, but they have a hard time respecting like structure changes. If it's not people, they just automatically respect. They just won't respect it. I don't even think Bass should be entertaining anything. This is just a personal opinion. He should just be saying, Shelly manages this. You have to speak to her. Because if people think they can just jump you
honestly,
and go to Bass, it's going to create a horrible.
I'm very upset that he is trying to go on that side. Are you guys going to try to coming in?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's all you.
You can come in. But the fact that he didn't even try and talk to me first and just agreed and backed her on that, kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'll speak to Bass. Like I said, it's not the money is not the issue. Is this money was never spent on anything?
It wasn't. Well, she tried to argue that they did spend I think they were like 21 million. So they did spend 9 million in like 4 or 5 months.
On what? If it's just purchasing cars, like that's...
I'm gonna be pulling their bank records again. She wanted to start this fire. I'm gonna go ahead and really justify whether she actually deserves that or not. If she can't work with me and have that conversation and work with the way that we're doing things as the commissioner role now, then I'm going to make sure that she actually is asking for money that she should be asking for.
Okay, now as a mayor, how big is this revolt? Is it just Angel?
Everyone else is on the same page. Angel's the only one who doesn't want to.
So I don't have to worry about losing votes if I get aggressive here.
No.
I can chime in a little bit because I had to talk to Angel this morning and he brought it up. So as High Command, I announced today and for everybody that there are no departments. So hypothetically, or actually not hypothetically, technically, there is no such thing as the SRU right now. She's technically the only member, if that even exists. The money is kind of irrelevant due to the fact that we aren't doing any departments until the dust settles on this UPD thing. So I was a little confused on why she was so angry about the money in the first place. But she was very upset. She says she needs like 10 million or something for this super terrorist named the Puppet Master.
Who they haven't even caught him. Here's the thing, if they want to have that 10 million bounty that was approved, and this is where I stand with it, You know what? The money doesn't need to sit in SRU.
Exactly.
It doesn't. It can sit in the commissioner thing, and when they catch the person, they can wait their happy little asses for me to transfer the money.
It's not even that. It's bounties should never be part of a budget. They should just call the mayor and be like, we want to place a bounty on Toretti for $500,000. He's a terrorist, blah, 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 blah. And then the mayor just approves that. And then if Toretti's ever apprehended, the state will provide those funds. It should never be a part of a police budget. It doesn't make sense. And I think a lot of people lost the sense of the value of a dollar, especially going back to what we spoke about in the last meeting, Shelby. The cops seem to be made aware that state-funded loans no longer exist, and that was the biggest that was the big tank of gasoline we had to the state fund account, and that has been cut off. The state account, like I said, we're lucky. It's super healthy right now. We got a lot of money to work with. I'll be transparent about that, but this isn't going to be a forever thing.
Oh, Eve, do you have access to the Trello, by the way?
I don't.
Okay, let me email that to you.
We've had issues with this in the past. You could probably talk to some of the ex-mayors with how this worked, but no, this isn't the first time we've been through this. Usually it was Kyle, but he's gone.
I mean, like I said, I'm all for bounties. Like the way me and Bones works is he'll give me a call. Hey, Lang. Even last night, hey, Lang, I got 3 officers kidnapped. We believe it was Forehead. Can you put out a state announcement saying, any information, we'll reward some sort of, money for it. And I told him, hey, no problem. I put out a state announcement, said, hey, 3 officers have been kidnapped. Known alias, his name is Forehead. Any information leading to the capture of Forehead will be rewarded. And then within half an hour, all 3 officers will return safely. I feel like that's how the budgets should, or the bounties should operate. It shouldn't be a budget through the PD, because then that just makes things way more just messy for
convoluted.
Yeah, it's just so
you also
convoluted.
Can't predict it. You can't, predict
and you also
it. So
cannot predict it exactly.
So you're asking for money that you either are gonna abuse, use, or just sit there useless. So it works better and more efficient if you're just asking for it per person, which I don't think they understand is probably going to be given. So
yeah, I mean, I could put a $10 million bounty on the puppet master, no problem. Now, when you catch them, that is when that will be paid. That's not going to be sitting in an account, though, that you can access. That just doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Do you want me in the board to add like a bounty board in case you guys add bounties and the amount that's on there, just so you can keep track of them?
That would be great, yeah.
Okay, I will add a bounty board. Eve, were you able to get in?
Yeah, I just have to.
Okay. No, just making sure because some people had some issues. Yeah, I'll add a bounty board that'll keep track of that stuff. Do you want me to keep their budget at 500K for now? I mean, I am going to pull their numbers. I'm going to the bank today. I am going to fine-tune comb it and see what exactly they even are spending it on.
Here's the thing, Shelby. I like the degree of separation. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. You know what I mean? I'm here to give you the money you tell me you need. That's why we appointed you, because I trust you. I'm not going to step in and give you oversight on everything you do. You tell me what you need and what you don't need, and I'll get it done, and then you do your job. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yeah, I need to find out if that money was Senate approved, or if I do feel like it was just from Mickey based on what happened a few months ago.
I'll interject in. I don't like that excuse. I'll speak to Bass, and I'll handle that, because Senate approved or not, there's a new mayor in town. It ain't Mickey no more.
Okay, then I'll move her budget back up to 2 million, just like I did with everyone else's, because that was a petty thing that I did do, but that was to prove a point. And then I'll pull the numbers and stuff too, just so we can see exactly what SRU is spending their money on. I'll make the bounty board so that way you guys can keep track of current active bounties and what you guys agreed on. But I think for now we'll keep the money in that account unless otherwise. I mean, again, Bass told me to return it, but you guys are the mayor's office. I'm going to leave that up to you. He's appointed in the position by you guys, just to basically be my high command person.
Yeah, let's hold off on that. Let me talk to Bass, Shelby, and I'll give you a call. And we may end up returning the money, but I just want to make it a very clear thing. Listen, I hate that I have to care about votes for the second term. Otherwise, I would have gone scorched earth on half the city already. But we need to create systems that actually work and help.
I can tell you the food thing's working. I think the food thing. I've looked at it so far, and I think we're up to about the same amount that we would with food lockers, but people are actively going to restaurants, which is a really good thing.
That's a great thing. I've been
That's
wanting to do
amazing.
that
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, we just brought Maldini's in on it. And then I plan on talking to Mojito in because they're a shift 3 mainly ran business, so that'll help shift 3 a lot.
Hell
But I
yeah.
haven't really heard any complaints from anyone. We have like a few people who are allowed to get more than 2 meals, but it's just high command and myself. So it's just not even under sheriffs or ass chief. It is Toretti, Tessa, Libby, Bass, and myself are the only people allowed to grab more than 2 meals. And I haven't heard anyone having issues with it. Some people actually think it's a little too much, and I could see when we go and do the numbers at the end of the month to see where we're at, moving it down to possibly just 1 meal per hour.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me. I will give you a little update. We keep in this room, but I am working with the factories to see if we can make this food expire a bit quicker than it. I don't understand why it's been prolonged again, but before they used to expire, in an hour if it was not sitting in a fridge. So I'm trying to get that back into food ingredient.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a 2-hour thing, but a whole tsunami is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I shouldn't be able to carry 12 bowls of ramen all day.
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But I think outside of that, Eve, I know you weren't there on Friday. Was there any questions that you had about everything we went over?
I would probably just want to rehash that at some point, not now, but probably at a later stage.
Okay.
I
I could always come
think
around later
everything's
tonight and we
good.
can talk and do just
Yeah.
a TLDR of everything.
Yeah, but I think it
So
should be
Ling
good.
doesn't have to sit through everything again.
Yeah. No, I think we should be good. I think I got the gist of everything, though.
Okay. Do you want me to keep her account at 500K for now until you talk to Bass?
That one's up to you. That ball is in your court. With the Senate money, let me talk to Bass, and then I'll give it a call.
Okay, I'm going to let her stew a little bit longer, keep her at 500K.
All right. Listen, votes are big. I need to keep votes. Toretti, let me secure the department, please.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
They'll vote for you, no problem.
Yeah, you not removing the food and us unifying all this stuff and adding these things for the whole UPD is definitely going to be helpful.
Hell yeah. All right. I got another meeting I got to attend to, guys. Appreciate the time. Shelby, you call me if you need anything, all right?
Sounds good. Thank you, Ling. Thank you, Eve. Thank
Bye.
you, Nancy.
Thank you, Mr. Lang.
No problem.
Bye,
Take care,
everybody.
guys.
Yeah, Angel decided to pull the talking to Bass. And I said,
I know.
like I said, I spoke to Bass and I told him I'm really excited with him. He really wants to talk to me.
I'd say Toretti's department is one of the biggest to keep happy, yeah. Yeah, Tim, we'll redact whatever we can redact if we end up having to do that, right?
Oh, actually, I actually remember now why I think she wants a FOIA. I think she wants to find out
Oh, this is Ash Ketchup.
why
One
she
sec-
wants
one
to.
second,
I think
Ash.
she. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Eve, go ahead.
I think she wants to figure out
Me?
if Shelby put the money back in the state account. I think that's what she wants to prove.
Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, what's up, Ash? Long time no talk. What's going on?
Hi, how's it going? How you doing? How you been?
I've been good. Neck deep in political garbage, but surviving. How you doing?
I can imagine. I've been trying to get a hold of you, but I know you're so busy now. You know.
Yeah, it's a busy life. It is what it is. But what's going on? What you need help with, or what do you need?
Well, I was actually calling to bug you about my stuff. I'm sorry to say.
All good. It's my job. It's what I do.
I just wanted to see if you have had any thought about putting the work receipts up to the legislative value.
You mean like increasing the work receipts itself?
Yeah. There's still not the 300.
What are they at right now?
I believe 200.
I will talk to the senators about that again.
Okay, yeah, cause like honestly at this point I don't know if you've seen too. I'm sure you've seen with roosters. It's just impossible to get people working, and then people keep coming in and passing out at the counter because they well, I've been everywhere and nowhere's open to eat, and I'm like, well, gosh, you know. No one's working.
Yes,
And then,
I've been working on a lot of projects and legislations to actually hopefully improve the restaurant business, but I can definitely look into increasing the receipts as well. I do think that will help tremendously with employee.
yeah.
Give me a couple of days. I'll talk to a couple of senators, and then I'll get back to you and let you know where they stand. All right?
Sure. Because I mean, to be honest with you, like even at $300, like if you work for a full hour, like a full 60 minutes at one of the restaurants or a mechanic, I suppose, it's still it's $7,000 that you earn.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of shit, to be honest.
with the economy the way it is now, like if I'm honest, I feel like the receipt should be more like at least $700. You
I
know.
actually don't disagree.
So hopefully that would help get people working back in restaurants, and then encourage people to go to the restaurants, and you know, that'd be nice.
Yes. Let me talk to the senators, Ash, and I'll see how much we can increase the receipts. I mean, fuck 300. If I can get it higher, I'll go for higher.
Okay, I really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
No problem. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good.
You too. I won't keep you, but thank you again. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is. I don't know how much pull does Angel have in the PD.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you there. Can you say that again?
He's
He's on the phone with her.
I believe so, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. Yeah, I will look for responsive documents. Yep, take care. Bye-bye.